Manga-Waido.
My name is Mayu. I'm 27. I work at a small business venture with about 50 employees. I've worked here ever since I graduated from university, and I have no complaints about the work environment or the job itself. My colleagues, as well as my bosses, are all wonderful people. The CEO is amazing at what he does. He brings in a lot of jobs for us. He's able to handle everything well and is well known in the industry. The company is doing a great job thanks to him. However...
Hey, you. Yes? Yeah, you need to finish this by today. That's a huge pile! Huh? What, are you saying you can't do it? All of this today? How dare you talk back to me when you're just a little pawn? Fine, I don't care then. What? Leave immediately. Don't ever come back. But...
There is a huge problem with the CEO's personality. He is extremely professional when it comes to business, but he has too much confidence in himself and expects others to worship him. Anybody who tries to protest or stand up for themselves will get fired on the spot without any exception. I've heard about many capable employees quitting the company because they couldn't stand him. A junior colleague that I trained also left the company because the CEO didn't like him. On top of that, he's a total ladies' man. Every time a young and cute employee joins the company, he makes them stay right by his side. It never matters what department she belongs to. He's very unprofessional when it comes to women. There was an employee a while ago who was newly assigned to my department. The CEO wanted her to be his secretary.
She'll know that you did that just to keep her by your side. It'll make us look unprofessional.
My boss protested, but the CEO said,
Just tell her everyone's moving departments.
He's such an idiot. Why would employees be moving to different departments when the year had just started? What a fool. He chose his secretary solely based on looks. So I wasn't surprised to see that his office was always full of female employees that were charming, but not so smart.
Hey Miko, honey, get me a cup of tea.
Of course, I'll be right back. Is this a hostess bar? The CEO was just past saving. However, one day he announced that he was getting married. He was going to have a wedding, but only the executives and employees who had worked for a long time were invited. I was sure I wasn't invited since I've only been working there for 5 years. But...
Yo, 15th of next month. Keep it open.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. He happened to spot me as he was looking for a receptionist, and I ended up getting invited. The day of the wedding, I was on my way, walking to the bus stop. Since I was the receptionist, I needed to get there early. However... I saw a woman hunched over, crouching on the ground. No, I don't have time to go over to her. She's probably just feeling a little under the weather. She'll feel better once she gets some rest. Oh, but I couldn't just walk past her. I happened to see her stomach, and I saw her baby bump. She was pregnant. Are you okay? It hurts. Oh no, she's pregnant. She has contractions. I need to get her to a hospital right away. I'm gonna call a cab for you. There were no hospitals nearby that had a maternity ward. I caught a taxi that was passing by and got into the cab with her. I had forgotten about the wedding. All I had in mind was that I needed to get this woman and her baby to a hospital as soon as possible. We rode in the cab for a little over 10 minutes. We arrived at the hospital and the woman was immediately taken away. I had contacted her husband, but he hadn't arrived yet. I couldn't leave since I was worried, so I stayed in the waiting room.
Excuse me, are you Mayu?
Oh, you must be her husband. Her husband arrived a few minutes later. He bowed down several times, expressing his gratitude. I was relieved that things were going to be okay now, and I finally felt the weight in my stomach gone. Suddenly, my phone rang. I looked at the phone screen. It was the CEO. I was significantly late. The wedding had already started. Hello?
Where the hell are you? What do you think you're doing? Come to Manwa Hotel immediately!
I'm so sorry, sir. I knew this was going to happen, but hearing him yell at me, I broke into a cold sweat.
Are you going to Manwa Hotel?
Yes, I have to attend a wedding.
Oh? Then...
I'm sorry, I really have to go! I rushed to the wedding as fast as I could, but it had already started. One of the wedding staff let me in, but I felt awkward entering the room. I noticed the CEO glaring at me as I headed to my seat. I wanted to start crying. Everything seemed to be going well. My being late did not affect much of the wedding. The bride and groom were going around the tables, getting their picture taken with the guests at each table. They arrived at my table with the cameraman, but then the CEO said,
Leave her out of the picture.
as he pointed straight at me. Why?
We're never going to meet her again anyways. You know what I'm saying, right, Mayu?
Fired. As soon as I understood what was going to happen, I started to tear up. But just then,
I'm sorry that I'm so late.
the husband of the woman I had just saved came into the hall. Huh? Why is he here?
Hi. Oh no, don't worry about it. Family emergencies always come first. No, I really feel bad. Oh,
The husband noticed I was sitting at the table.
I knew it! You were one of the guests too.
Uh,
I overheard you talking about Manwa Hotel, so I thought that maybe I could find you here.
may I ask who?
Thank you for saving my wife's life earlier today. They are both okay. I don't know how to thank you enough. Huh? So anyways, you seem to be crying. What seems to be the matter?
Well, I found out that I was just fired.
What? We're supposed to be celebrating. Who's the idiot that ruined it? No, it's a misunderstanding.
The husband was furious, and the CEO desperately tried to line up excuses to get out of the tight spot.
I didn't really. What? Wait a minute, are you the one that fired her? No, hey! I never said that you were fired, right? Right?
You made it pretty clear. He's such a jerk. The sorrow I was feeling changed into fury. I couldn't help but stand up to tell him off. You are always like this, you know. Every time you don't like someone, you just get rid of them. You don't even try to listen to their side of the story. Plus, you like women so much that you collect all the attractive female employees to keep around in your office. Every time I go in there, it's like being in a hostess bar. I don't want to work at your company anyways. I quit!
You.
Honey?
Uh-oh. Gotta go to the restroom.
The CEO left the wedding as white as a ghost.
His older brother was my best friend. Unfortunately, his brother passed away a while back.
It turns out that the husband knew the CEO since elementary school. He taught the CEO about business management when the company was going bad and has been helping him out ever since. I always thought the CEO was good at business, but the husband was behind it all. The husband knew that the CEO told people.
I'm the reason this company is so successful.
However, he decided to turn a blind eye because the CEO was his best friend's little brother. But the husband told me.
If I were to cut ties with him, the company would go bankrupt.
After that, I ended up staying at the company. I work as the CEO's secretary now. The CEO was afraid that the husband would leave him and he would lose the company. He cried and desperately begged.
I'm sorry, don't leave me!
The husband agreed to continue helping the CEO, but only if he made me his secretary. I'm his watchdog. I report everything the CEO does to the husband.
Would you like me to make some tea for you?
Yes, I'm getting thirsty. That would be great. The CEO is super nice now, probably because I scare him. But since he mistreated us for so many years, it's the least he can do, right?